were in Paris some years ago, and at the airport they have these trains that move every two minutes, to take you to the terminals. 2 minutes without fail. How we both do things now. Every 2 minutes without fail, a new train will come. So we just saw one moving, so we just stood waiting for the next one. One guy flew down the escalator, ran and flew and jumped. He now used one hand, blocked the door, entered, jumped inside. He almost died. Where do you think that? Which country do you think he's from? Without asking question, we all knew that in his mind he was in Lagos jumping Molwe bus. So you don't even need. So it's the same way, it's the same principle. You see, natural things are sometimes a representation of spiritual things. So in the same way you will recognize a Nigerian because you are Nigerian, it's the same way you will recognize a true believer because you are a true believer. If your own believing is shaking, you too, you will not recognize. If you are a pretender too, you too, you will not recognize a real person. So Jesus said you first have to be. And so the very first secret to having a good marriage is being a Christian. I know that sounds simple on the surface, but I'm telling you, if you can be a Christian, not the one that just comes to the altar and say, I give my life to Jesus, then as you are going, you collect it back and go and sit down. Not that type. I'm talking about really being a Christian, that your nature is reborn. Your nature is now like the nature of God. And so the things that appeal to you are the things that appeal to God. You hate iniquity. You love righteousness. There's just something that stirs up. When you hear the word, there's something inside you that will be sweet. You'll be salivating over Bible. That somebody is reading Bible to you and say, which version is that? Is it TPT or a message? It's sweeting you. Do you understand? And you are living, there's something inside you that is just stirred up every time you hear worship. Because they are worshiping your king, your God. There's just something that comes alive in you. That's the kind of Christianity I'm talking about too. The kind of Christianity that you are not afraid to speak the truth, irrespective of who does not agree with you. And it is so important because of the generation we live in. Social media generation. Most people are getting their marriage counseling advice from motivational speakers online. And half the time, their own marriages are horrible. They are sending Pastor K DM to help their marriage. And they are coming out to tell you rubbish. Who started marriage? God. If God started marriage, he had a plan for marriage. And he has an instruction manual for marriage. Pastor K read it yesterday. I don't want to go back there. He had a plan. He has a prototype of how the church, how the body and the head. Yesterday when he was preaching, he said something. He was talking and he was saying that, if you meet a guy and the guy says he loves Jesus, but he does not believe in the church. He does not love the church. And I just couldn't shake in my head. I was just sitting down there and I was just thinking about how people complain about the body of Christ. And they say they love Jesus, but they complain about the body of Christ. In a human being's body, which part of the body needs work? Most times. It's not your body. Your head is usually fine. If you want to lose weight, is it in the head you lose weight? Now your belly go to disgrace you. Your head will be all right. It's the same way. It's your leg that will be K. Your head is never K leg. So it's the same way. The head is all right. Jesus is very all right. It is the rest of us that are the problem. We are the ones that need to lose weight. We need lipo. We need tummy talk. We need all kinds of things to make